Woke at 4:30, actually just before. I woke up to a calf cramp this morning. That hasn't happened in a while. Cramping, often a sign of potassium deficiency, so I might need to look at that. This morning I have a group class, 6 a.m. And then I'm going to warm up. Team Hollywood's coming in and we're going to tackle another workout. Not as scary as yesterday's workout. Everything in there today is doable. It will be tough, however. It's going to be a hard workout. I expect a lot of pain tomorrow. After that, I've got David coming in for personal training. And then I've got some time to work on the weekly bulletin and make some client calls, see who's been falling off the rails a little bit with their training. Then I'm going to go out for lunch with Odd Socks, and then I'll be back at the gym for some personal training with snake oil, and then my friends John and Charisse before I head home. Alright, I have Team Hollywood in the house to help me with this workout, and it's going to be a tough one. Not tough the way yesterday's was. I know I can do this workout. I know I've got all the weights. It's going to be challenging though, and a little bit more dangerous than yesterday's. There's good potential for injury if I don't keep strict form all the way through it, so I'll be having to slow it down a little bit at the heavy deadlifts to make sure I'm moving correctly. And yeah, a workout like today's is a little bit more dangerous than one like yesterday's, and challenging in a very different way. It's going to be fun. A lot of hardship. Okay, the workout ended 10 minutes ago, so why am I still on the floor? Because if I try to get up, I'm going to be sick. Just another hard day at the office. So you want to know what it feels like after doing a hard CrossFit workout? Here you go. So far this week, it's been a whole bunch of missed appointments, canceled appointments, miscommunicated appointments. Guess a little bit frustrating, especially when you schedule your day around them. So, more than a couple today. So I'm heading home early. I do have to be back at CrossFit later on this afternoon, but I've got nothing in between. The internet's down at the office, so I may as well head home and get some work done from home. And yeah, sometimes weeks like this is a little bit discouraging. I get it. I'm the one common link in that thread, so something I'm doing is not working in terms of communication. I'll have to get on that and do a better job of it. It is 10:45, time to eat. Alright, guacamole, kangaroo, and vegetables. A prune, some berries and coconut milk. That should help me recover from my workout. I'm going to throw in a little bit of beef jerky too. Nearly 1 o'clock. Yes, I'm eating again, but you know what? I think that first meal all went to replenishing the glycogen stores that I burnt out in the workouts. I'm heading back to CrossFit. At 3 o'clock I'm going to be meeting Team Bliss for a personal training session. And that's it. Then I'm going to come back here. At home I got a chance to eat a couple meals and finish posting the weekly bulletin for this week. I also worked on editing a KidFit video, trying to get that done, made some client calls, etc. So there's a little bit more work to be done when I get back home, but right now my body feels so beat up from that workout. I feel like somebody pummeled me repeatedly with the barbell all over. Just walking hurts, but I think it's actually good to walk it out. I think I'll feel better once I've warmed up a little bit again. Not looking forward to tomorrow's workout. 3 on, 1 off can be kind of punishing. Mind you, my recovery on paleo has been fairly good, and it's very common that the next morning I feel 100%. So we'll see. I'm hoping for that. A little bit of fish oil tonight, Mighty Omega. Pop some of that in tonight. I should be okay for the morning. Oh wow, the blackberries are coming into season. Still a little bit tart, but edible. Well, that was a nice little snack. Oh, here's more. So no, Tim, I don't go to Australia to get my kangaroo meat. Here's the answer to your question. This is where I get my kangaroo meat. And here it all is, my paleo score, and here's my paleo challenge. I now need to get this meat home. Good thing my body's not beat up and sore from a workout today or anything like that. So this is about as paleo as it gets, carrying home your food. I kind of feel like the hunter went out, made a kill. That was my tough workout, high intensity 20-minute workout today. A tough hunt. Spent some time resting, and now it's time to carry the food home for the family. Now the fun part, the stairs. Well, that was fun. Imagine taking a couple wall balls and hiking up a really steep hill at the end of a 15-minute walk, which has turned into more of like a 40-minute walk, but mostly because I stopped to talk to my friend Charlie outside VCC. Sorry, just catching my breath, bringing my heart rate back down before the last stretch. I can almost see home. Just a little bit further. While I was coming home, I started to think about why we work, what we're working for, and really it comes down to food and shelter. Those are the things that we need. The shelter, arguable, how much of that we need. There's plenty of people who live without it. It's certainly possible to do without it, maybe not comfortable. But even, let's say, shelter, your clothing, your food, maybe some basic necessities that you might need for work. For me, internet and phone seems to be pretty important for keeping in contact with my clients. And outside of that, it's all just toys, really. There are things I like to do. I love to travel. I love to go do some adventures like the whitewater rafting, etc. But outside of food and shelter, there's not a lot of things that I need for my income, and things like clothing are surprisingly cheap. And even in Vancouver, we're in a perfectly suitable location, walking distance to work, so I don't need the car, and we're only paying $800 a month for shelter. So there's not that much needed to live on. In fact, as long as I can meet those needs, then I can spend the rest of the time playing and enjoying. Anyhow, there's a paleo thought for you. Think about what you need for your survival and how much is for the rat race. So it's almost 5:30, time for dinner. So here's some lettuce, and I'm gonna put on some olive oil. And here's some balsamic vinaigrette. And on top of it all, Sunghee's delicious salmon. Thank you, darling. And dessert, of course. It's just past 8:30. Chicken ballotine provided by my sales rep from Hills Foods. Thanks, Terry. Seems to be paleo enough. I'm personally not a big chicken fan. Honestly, this just seems like chicken with a few peppers stuffed in the middle. So I'm going to wash down the chicken with a little bit of Sunghee's tasty beef and guacamole, and some cherries from Mrs. Kim. Beef jerky to finish off, and dessert, of course. So overall, the day didn't really go quite as planned or desired. Still got a good workout out of it. And why am I up eating at 9:30 at night? Well, because I'm up making this video for you. Anyhow, I'll see you tomorrow morning.